Look at me. Jumping, smiling, silly hat, bad shirt, dancing around like a monkey. What a pandering idiot I was.
David again. What's up, Mama? Look at you. Hello, man. Hey, look at her. I bet your stalkers have to work in shifts.
I know you said you guys were hot, but everybody's sexy here. Look at you guys. Black and white horizontal stripes like a sexy hamburger. Good for you. Wobble to you too, miss.
But it made them happy. And I was happy. B-level city, small comedy scene, big fish, small pond. Got to work for the main club in town, be a local big shot. Big man on campus. So what changed?
Crazy cat. Sweet Jesus, it's open mic time! Look at you wild savages!
See, that's what's amazing about God.
Shake your motherfucking babies one more time, freaking it came downstairs 8 o'clock.
I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm.
Yeah, this is perfect. Actually, stand back a bit. There you go. Because I gotta make a thing.
Why are you being you? Because I gotta make a thing.
Projects. So the whole thing is it's about the move. Like I said, I was a San Diego guy, and then when you get in your city, you got to your city, you get to the top of your city, then you got to move up to a bigger thing, and a lot of people don't know that about comedy. So this whole thing is weird for me.
I started in New Hampshire.
That's right, you're a Northeastern guy.
Yeah.
It was like well, I actually was in like a college town in Columbia, Missouri. Which is like, you know, not a lot going on.
You came from Denver.
Denver, Colorado.
You're a Florida guy, I remember you telling me. But you're not from America, Tom, you're British.
I am.
That's a different country.
United Kingdom.
That's right, man. Florida guy. Delray Beach.
You were a road guy?
Road guy. So I would be stationed in Delray, and then I would get hopefully 3 weekends a month.
Is that why you moved to New York?
Yeah, people filled me with false confidence because they were saying, you're only doing too good for New Hampshire. And
Yeah,
it was half that, and people being like, if you stay, you will get married and have kids and never leave.
And no one there had anything else better to do. So you get like 200 people, locals with like 5 teeth in their mouth at the show.
Now, with these shows, would they be in a club or like a local club or like a bunch of bigger bar shows?
They would be like in a hotel room that they would call a club.
Oh, okay.
Like it would be called like Bonkers Comedy Club or Snappers Comedy Club or
Like
Coconuts.
a banner hanging on the wall.
Some banner on the wall.
And then at some point you're like, well, there's nothing left for me here doing this.
Eventually the deal is you gotta go to LA or you gotta go to New York.
You're in the middle of
It's a dog. It's a dog. You're a dog.
Everybody I know went to LA because it's 3 hours away. A lot of them got family in California and all that, but
all you do is when you see me, you just say things that are British.
Yeah.
And I've never realised you can have an inside joke that's just to yourself.
The other day I met this girl. She said, I work at Rubio's. How about you? I said, no, I don't work there. I have this weird agreement with my roommates. I clean the toilet, the shower, and the microwave. And in return, they shit in all of those things. I'm just being the best Bob I can be. I'm just being the best Bob I can be, guys. Go crazy, smash your hands together in audible noises of approval from my main man, the man with the plan, the master disaster, the big cheese, the top dog, the Ayatollah of rock and roll, and go crazy for Wild Man, Lou Rockman, everybody. Yeah, buddy.
Thank you, man.
Hey, Lou, man.
Oh, yeah!
You didn't sign me up?
No, you walked in.
I walked in, I took a number, that's it.
What number?
The number right when you were talking.
so it started out in Winston's in Ocean Beach. And that's where I met my buddy Jesse Egan, and for years. We'd have the birthday show every year. He'd make these cool posters, you know, where we were twins and Kid and Play, and then the Heart Foundation, and you know, Guns N' Roses, and all this cool stuff. It was awesome. And the only main club in town at the time was the La Jolla Comedy Store. Eventually, I became a door guy there. Then Jesse started getting spots at the store.
Let's hear it for Bob Hansen one more time, everybody. As I'm walking up here, just turns and whispers to me, 9/11. That's what they... It's nuts. Fucking nuts. Nice feet.
You always hear the older guys tell you, oh, this is the most fun you're ever going to have the whole time you're doing this, and you kind of take it with a grain of salt. Oh, yeah, how can this be the most fun if all these other guys are doing this big stuff? And lo and behold, god damn it, that was the most fun I ever had doing this.
God is amazing. God is my friend, is my father, is my God. See, I wish you want to see inside of my mouth. I've got a tooth broke, I've got silver instead of melt during the night.
Sweet Jesus, how's it hanging, you sexy animals? Look at ya. It's Monday night, open mic night. We're going a little crazy, getting a little antsy here. We're nose to nose, we're head to head, toe to toe, face to face. We're goddamn savages. What's up, everybody? Good to see you guys. That's right, that's 13 seconds of talking. Didn't say a goddamn thing. Fuck it, right? Shit's not real. That ain't stand-up irony, kids. We're doing the thing. I dig it. Yeah, my name's Bob. Listen, I'm just being the best Bob I can be, guys. I got some good news, though. I bought myself a bed. No more sleeping on the floor for me. That's pretty exciting. Yeah. All right. Well, bed is deceptive. Okay, I got myself an air mattress. I'm not sleeping on the floor. I'm sleeping a few inches above the floor. It's a twin-size air mattress, which is that's the least amount of effort one can put into one's own bedding situation. It's not my fault, it's just that my room is 7 by 11, so I can put my hand on one wall like this, and I can actually stretch my other foot just like this, and I'm touching both sides of my wall. I like my roommate situation. I got 2 roommates though, and they each have dogs, which means that I am an uncle to dogs. I'm also an uncle to a human baby. At some point, you have to stop saying motherfucker around a human baby. So one of the 2 dogs I like to fight, and one of them is a pit bull, and the other one is, who cares? It's just not a pit bull, so it's gonna lose.
See, that's what's amazing about God. God is peace, is joy, is love.
Some weeks I do like an hour and a half on stage. And I came to New York and it was 2 minutes long.
I always felt around the rest of the country there's this fallacy that New York is this buffet of stage time, because they hear stories of the top guys are doing 5 spots a night. They're like, oh my god, we go all do 5 spots a night. Not really. You can do a couple of mics a day if you got no day job, but I mean, if you got X amount of savings, how long does that last?
Sure.
I mean, with a day job, you could probably still at least 2 mics a night. If you know, if you want.
I do 30 most of the time. But I'm getting booked more on shows, so now I'm able to get 4, sometimes 5. I actually sometimes get the 4 or 5 in a night.
we on? Are we on? Good evening, everyone. Society open mic on Tuesday. Where's my tall people? Who can get? Did the mic stop working? Yes. What is going on here? What are you doing back there? I already did it. I already mic checked it.
I'm scared now. You gotta go to the gym like an old guy. That's what I gotta do. I need to start going to the gym and working out like an old man. I gotta get some jeans and work boots and like a gray tank top with some blurry tattoos. Even if they're new tattoos, they still come blurry. We don't know why that is. And when you work out like an old guy, there's only 3 exercises you do at the gym. This is it. Bench, squats, concentration curls. That's it. No abs. Never do abs. That is not part of the old man workout. The only core they do is like that one cardio thing they made soldiers do, like in a field in a sepia tone to sell World War II bonds. It was this thing. It was down, up, and boom. It was down. No one knows what the fuck that exercise does for you. Poor guys thought they were going to kill some Nazis. Now they're out in the field in Italy breaking their inner scoliosis muscle. Doesn't make any sense.
What do you see as the biggest difference between the guys who start here in New York and the people who are in their local scene for a while and come here?
The people who start up here, they have a bad reputation. I feel like a lot of time, if you start doing comedy here in New York, unless you're maybe Michael Che, which is like a specialty case, a lot of comics that started off doing comedy here have a reputation from when they were bad. So like they won't get booked on shows. People remember them as the worst open micer that they ever saw.
Do you ever go home and just crush? Like you just go home and everyone's like, New York, how's New York? And then you say anything and they're just like, yeah, New York.
Hey, we got a special treat. This guy used to perform down here, then he moved to New York, he's performing all the time, now he's back for a little vacation. Let's give a big one for Bob Hansen!
Last February I went back and it was and like I did 2 20-minute sets, one at the old bar Winston's where I used to do a show, one at the Comedy Store in La Jolla, and really they thought those sets went well. I think the sets went well, but those 20-minute sets were 4 5-minute sets.
Yeah.
Really just 4 or 5-minute sets back to back. I had no transitions are gone. The segues and the drizzle and shit.
Well, tip the veal and try the waitress. The Fresh family is back one last time.
Alright, that's my time. My name's Jesse Egan. Thank you guys for coming out. I gotta bring up a special guest here to introduce the last topic of the night. This man is a professional wrestler. He's Bob's former tag team partner. And he's one of the funniest people I've ever met. Please give it up for Rotten Ronnie Flash.
If you people do not shut your mouths, then I'm going to take each and every one of your mothers out for a nice steak dinner. And I'm going to let her order everything she's ever dreamt of. I'm talking about the mashed potatoes, I'm talking about the chives, I'm talking about the butter, I'm talking about the sour cream, I'm talking about the whole 10 yards. And I'm going to let her order it. And then I'm going to get up and go to the bathroom and crawl out the back window, leaving her to pay for both steak dinners. Or I'm just going to announce this man, the champion of comedy himself, Bob Hansen!
Then you say anything and they're just like, yeah, New York.
Had the 2-year anniversary for the 1-in-1 bar, the Cranky Pants show.
That's right, man.
Conrad, which I had the pleasure of doing earlier this year.
This next guy is a regular at the Comedy Store in San Diego.
And it's funny to me, from my perspective, and I told you this, I'm looking at this, I'm looking down the list. Oh, this guy's Conan, MTV, Comedy Central, and Bob. And I'm like, all right, so this is the dance.
We should make this into a professional, where professionals can work out their new stuff. And where the new guys can bring their top A stuff so they can show it off.
You start off in the world like a Rob or a Robert or a Robbie, and then something has to go wrong. The bombs are made.
Like, everyone gets what they want, right?
You guys are getting a rub. You guys are going to work on stuff.
Right, exactly. And it also gives the new guys hope, which is that, like, oh man, I just did my set and it was funnier than this guy that was on Conan.
Yeah.
I was funnier than this guy. It's like, oh, I got this. And to those guys that are on Conan, they're like, I'm not doing my A.
Yeah.
I'm running my newest joke I wrote this week.
All you wild savages, it is open mic time! Yeah! What is going on? Good to see you guys. Sweet mother of pearl, heavens to Murgatroyd every which way from Sunday, 6 and 1, half a dozen of the other. How's it hanging, you sexy, 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 sexy? I'm gonna say it 5 times. You're sexy, maybe I think it's 7. You're sexy, sexy animals. Look at you. So you can have your Black Friday, but as far as I'm concerned, on this day, this Mike and Cheese open mic downstairs, 8 p.m. Creek in the Cave. This open mic bleeds red, white, and blue tonight, goddammit. Yeah. Oh, you want a Black Friday? I'll give you a goddamn deal. 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. We get 4 minutes tonight. That's a deal. That is a goddamn deal. Coming up first is going to be Miss Mary Houlihan. After Mary is going to be Kevin C. Freed. Son of a bitch. What, he left for a year? You don't know him anymore? Come on, you know. After Kevin is Patrick Jones. After Patrick is Gerald Torregoza. Following Allie Pryor. Last group of that group has Jordan Temple and Sam Evans. Wild savages. All right, now go nuts. Go bananas. Smash your hands together in audible noises of approval. We're gonna call some. What's up? What can I do for you? Yeah, I'm still talking to the people though. I'm talking to the people. I say the stuff. I give them the rules. They go, oh, okay, that's what we do. That guy sits on my jacket. Everyone has a great time. Those are the rules. Hi, who are you? All right. Sits on my jacket like he knows me. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, buy some drinks, support the bar. God damn it. Alright, you crazy cats. That was the, who knows, that was the 5th or the 6th group. You know, I'm thinking there's 8 people left in the picture there. So I'm thinking we do one last super group. Yeah! Group of wild animals. They're absolutely uncontrollable. They're all over the place, like a champ, like a savage, like a beast, like a warrior, like a madman, like a bulldozer, like a runaway freight train, dancing through the forest, frolicking through the dandelions, like a caged tiger, like a cornered bear, like a rabid beaver. The irresistible force meets the immovable object, pedal to the metal, balls to the wall. They're off the hook, they're off the wall, they're off the chain, they're under the table, they're under the weather, they're under the radar, they got their fingers to the bone, they got their nose to the grindstone, they're burning the candle at both ends, they're burning the midnight oil, they got the short end of the stick. Hindsight was always 20/20, the cat is out of the bag, the train has left the goddamn station, because when it's all said and done, guys, and there's nothing left to say or do, and the smoke clears, and the dust settles, and the ice melts, and you rinse the well once so many times, and you close with no cigar, and the lights are on but nobody's home, there's no water in the goddamn pool, we're still hip to that scene, we're down like a clown, we're out of here like Vladimir, we're chilling like Bob Dylan on penicillin, we're whistling Dixie, we're waxing philosophical, we're shooting the breeze, we're chewing the fat, they're pulling the wool over our eyes, they're sweeping the carpet out from under our feet, they're pulling our leg, they're yanking our chain, but we're still spinning our wheels, we're grinding our axe, we're climbing the tallest mountains, we're soaring the bluest skies, we're swimming the wettest oceans, we're jumping on the grenade, we're biting the bullet, we're crawling through the trenches, we're marching through the landmines, we're feeding the fever, starving the cold, hogging the covers, staining the sheets, painting the towel red until the cows come home. We got frozen pigs flying in hell. We're talking to candy and eating strangers. I know what I said. And the grass is always greener when the early bird got the grease. We can't leave the horse to water without breaking some eggs. We're all over the place, swimming with the sharks, sleeping with the fishes, biting off more than we can chew, writing a check that our ass can't cash, shaving trees, hugging whales, kissing hands, and shaking motherfucking babies. For the last group, let's call some names.
So I started getting up at this club called the Laughing Devil, which is just a couple of blocks away from the creek in Long Island City.
I'm doing okay though. It's a weird place, weird town, it's a weird life. I got a drunk girl bit me. I got bit by a drunk girl right here on the chest, right above the nipple. Came out of nowhere. She could have been a sniper, could have worked for Blackwater or something. I mean, she was a friend of mine too. It was like an inside job. It freaked me out, you know?
I like that place because it's very traditional in the comedy club sense. You know, it's tight, it's cozy, it's set up a little wacky. But I started getting some spots there, and of course I'm going to love that club. They're one of the few people that'll have something to do with me, so I like it there.
The moon should be a state. It should be the 51st state. When you're a kid, you gotta learn the states in alphabetical order. It should be Michigan, Mississippi, Moon, Nebraska. That's what it should be. I left out Montana. Nobody gave a shit.
Especially on Friday and Saturday, it's good to say you have somewhere to go or somewhere that you're expected to be.
Many people, we don't want to believe in this God. Why? Because we think of God the devil wants to put in our mind. If God exists, he's big, strong, and he just wants to touch. No, God is love.
I don't know how to get the world. I don't know what happened to me. Like, things didn't work out as I planned. I never married popular actress Nicole Eggert. You guys are young. Nicole Eggert, she was a popular actress. She was on Baywatch, you know. She was in Charles in Charge. She did this movie where she fucked both the Coreys. It's not a joke. So I was 11 and I had this fantasy in my head that I would marry Nicole Eggert, the popular actress, and then I would get older, but she wouldn't. I'm 11, it's my fantasy, so who gives a shit? We had this big church wedding, all the Cowell family, the characters from Charles in Charge, they would all be there, and right before we say I do, Scott Baio, he played Charles, kicks the door down, and he goes, Jamie, that's the character she played. He goes, Jamie, you can't marry that little red-headed guy? Yeah, I know. And Walter Cowell, the angry granddad, goes, Charles, like my granddaughter knows what's best, and then Jamie, that's the character Nicole Eggert played, she goes, yeah, and then Buddy Lembeck, the wacky sidekick, he stands up and goes, yeah, and everyone at the same time goes, shut up, buddy, and a laugh track plays, and he's wearing an Argyle tuxedo because he's wacky, and then me and Nicole Eggert, popular actors, have a house on the moon where I win the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship. That was the plan! It didn't work out as a plan. But I got redemption, guys. I got salvation. It's Nicole Eggert, popular actress. Only follows 50 people on Twitter. One of those people? That's right. Yeah. Looks like Bobby's in charge now, sweetheart. You guys are awesome. Enjoy the rest of the show. Real Tom Jolla.
So many words he says. He says all of the words.
So one day I get an email from Lauren O'Brien. You know, she was a popular radio personality in San Diego there. We would do shows, myself, her, and Jesse at the Comedy Store and the American Comedy Club. We did one last one. She sends me an email. There's this casting call for the Guinness World Records TV show. They're looking for someone to break a world record for the most jokes told per minute.
Once again, quantity, not quality, okay? I'm just trying to break records.
And I was always known as a motor mouth guy, and I used to do a lot of one-liners at the time. They don't really do anymore. I just had nothing to do with them now, so I thought, all right, let me submit.
3, 2, 1, go.
Comedy's hard. I did a bed for medicinal cocaine. Man, it was crazy. We had lines out the door. Everybody sat was the nosebleed section. It's the only show you can perform on and still get bumped. I'm building a halfway house. I'm not going to finish it. My girlfriend bought sexy. I got raped the first time.
They're supposed to call me in 4 to 6 weeks. I got a call in 12 hours.
Either a time or a new record. We'll do the page later. Bob Hansen.
They say, hey, you have Skype, don't you? And I lie, yeah, of course I have Skype. Who doesn't have, I'm hip with the kids, with the thing. So I have the interview with the guy. He has me do it again on the fly. We have a good thing. He likes wrestling. So I was like, this is easy. Everything sounded great. So I sent in a second tape with better audio, better video. I said, hey, you could use this one too, because you're just going to cut back and forth anyway.
Guys, this is, no, we're not just about freaks and comedy. We like to combine the two. This next gentleman is about to break a world record in front of us. That's what's going to happen. He's going to break a world record.
The Skype interview was a pitch for the show on True TV. I guess they have a thing. I thought, oh shit, this is amazing. I'll get like a TV credit, which for me is a big deal. I got nothing going on.
And before I forget, and I will, which one, first of all, big thanks to the Creek and the Cave and Mateo and which one of the three of us looks like he doesn't hang out with the other two?
So when I send in the second video, just for, for safety and all that.
2, 1, go. I got a wedding invitation. It said Bob Hansen, -1. Got kicked out of the zoo. Turns out hippos don't really eat marbles. Remember people drop it like it's hot? I just stood there, let it burn myself. I'm building a halfway house. I'm not going to finish it. Told my agent I want to perform overseas. She threw me in the ocean. My last girlfriend brought sexy back. I got rid of it the first time. She ate so many pills, was cracking and used to play her. She ate someone's ass and had a pH level of 0. She said, I work at Best Buy. How about you? I said, no, I don't work there. I found the Dear John letter. It said, Dear John, don't tell Bob we're fucking. Money's tight. The only economy's bad when the Illuminati requests a bailout. I went to the bank. They gave me a toaster. Told me to use it in the bathtub. They said, would you like an IRA? I said, I don't have a problem with the British. I'm bad with money. $10 in my account, spend it on a new wallet. I don't like my Chevy dealer. That's a real cavalier attitude. I can't cook. I make orange chicken if I'm leaving it out too long. Told the show buffet, the fortune cookie said, you will be asked to leave. And the hamburger was so rare, I think it was the only one. I bet the new flavor of soup, vegetable, and jagged aluminum can lid. I read a book about Crazy Blue, couldn't put it down. I'm a born-again Christian. In other words, I used to be fun. So I found a book on the prophecy of Jesus. If he loved Jesus, he'd stop stealing his clothes.
I get an email back from the Guinness people.
I had 20. You needed 20?
Yeah, I needed 21.
24.
The email is from the producer assistant guy, and he says, well, thanks for doing that again for us, but we just decided we're going to go with someone else for the record. And I'm thinking, with somebody else for the record, is there someone else who did the record? Because he didn't say anything about that. To my knowledge, nobody has. I think it was just because they just don't want to do the record. Usually that show is people walking backwards on their hands, that kind of thing. So they just said, to hell with it. So I said to him, I wrote him back, I said, hey man, could I at least, if the True TV thing isn't happening, could I at least have the credit in Guinness? So at least I have Guinness World Record to my name, something, you know what I mean? And he wrote me back and he said, well, feel free to submit again. Well, I did the thing twice live and once with you on Skype, and then that's how you heard of me, from submitting the first time, so I just kind of said the hell with that. But as frustrating as it was in a career sense, it was, personally it was good because I got to make more friends that way. People would talk to me and ask me about it and everything else, and for at least for a few days that was somewhat interesting to people. I did the thing. I tried. I've always been told you gotta try things that no one else has done and give it a go, and if that's your thing, then you'll be the guy who does that thing, and then you go from there. Nah, it was a kick in the dick. It was a penis in the anus. It was an abortion of major proportions. It's kind of silly, so I don't like to bring it up a whole lot.
I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm.
Hey!
Obama!
So I got over it and I started making these fun skits, just for myself and a few buddies where it's Bob versus Obama and I'm arguing with them, but the arguments are very irrational and I don't have much of a point. I just get to act like an idiot and make short fun videos. I don't recall hearing about bed bugs before the administration.
Hey, America, President Obama.
You're gonna miss my loving. You're gonna miss.
I'll tell you this, President Obama.
Rock.
Obama. You got another thing coming, President.
Obama.
If you know what I mean, and I think that you don't. If ever you're in my arms again, this time I'll love you much better. 3 letters. 1 man, 1 nation. My name is Bob. And I'm an American.
I think for new comics that are your city.
Let's see if anyone else.
It's so important to choose your friends.
Did you see the
If you see people that are not being professional,
yeah.
that aren't funny, but they're nice to hang around, maybe you keep these guys your friends. But like, what I really found was like, I like the guys that were trying to work the road, that were working clubs in the city, that were like trying to like do this. This is like what they want to do. They weren't here to hang out with their friends and do comedy. They weren't here to make their friends laugh. They were here to make a group of people laugh. They were trying to get out and get their jokes to the masses. And like that, I think that's so important. And so it's like when you move to a place, make sure that you find the person that's like the people that like inspire you to work hard.
I don't belong here can mean a lot of things. You can take it as, oh, maybe I don't think I should be doing open mics, or maybe I shouldn't be living in New York, or maybe I felt that way in San Diego and I was there too long, or maybe it means I'm in the wrong business. I don't know. But I don't think there's a comic in New York or LA that isn't saying I don't belong here to themselves more often than not.
I'm excited about the Caught on Tape show at the Creek because, it's a real audience. Someone's professionally filming the thing, and there's no bringer requirement or anything like that. Like, hey, you get your friends to pay $15 for a real shitty show kind of a deal. What is that?
I don't know. It's like an outdoor group. I don't know. I just went to like.
Having a good tape is important because you could use it to send into submissions for festivals and stuff like that. How can I thank? There you go, kid. And an opportunity to get a good tape and not have to do a bunch of extra bullshit for it is rare. So you take advantage of it when you can. So in a weird way, like I feel like the pressure's on. How many shots do you get like this,
Grew up down on the shore, beach for a backyard, the sea next door. We're salt of the earth in a state of grace, where we built a life.
Big round of applause for Bob Hansen, everybody.
That's what I like. It starts with an S. So the sliders, right? They're amazing, aren't they? It's a meal, but you eat it like a snack. It's a snack meal. It's a meal snack. It's tremendous. My favorite part is the word sliders because it's sliding, like it's shifty, it's shady, like I'm getting away with something illegal when I'm eating my burgers. Somebody's bootlegging my burgers. I'm loving this. I imagine my patties being grilled by a fat guy in a bathtub in a brown suit, and he puts the sliders down the laundry chute to a guy named Muggsy who catches them upside down in a purple hat, and then I sit down next to Muggsy at the park bench and take the hat with the sliders away from him. We don't look at each other. Those are underground burgers, man. I'm gonna start consolidating all my food. I'll get my sliders and my tater tots and my mini muffins and my bagel bites and my donut holes, and then I'll get like a tight shirt with a kitchenette in a studio apartment in Rhode Island, and I'll marry a midget. And when the feds come to bust me and my midget wife for a black market burgers, we'll sneak out the doggy door, slide down the fire escape, jump into a smart car, and get the hell out of Dodge. You'll never take me alive, Copper.
God is amazing. So to him, people. Save my life.
This is Lakeside Boulevard Dock and the next last stop is Astoria, Lakeside Boulevard.
What you have to understand is that in New York, there's too many men, too many people causing too many problems, and there's not much love to go around. This is the world we live in, and these are the hands we're given, so let's use them and start trying to, you know, I apologize. Those are Genesis lyrics. That was a waste of everyone's time. I'm sorry about that. I got carried away. Now there's nothing I can do. It's total eclipse of the heart. I'm sorry. It was just the heat of the moment. Telling me where my heart went, and I apologize. I feel like I wasted everyone's time with this. I'm very sorry.
The world doesn't make sense, man. None of this is real. I made it up.